All right, so hey, why don't we turn this bad boy into a little Q&A session? I will even unmute people for that. Dun, 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 dun. All can unmute. So if you have a question, I've got an answer.
So Lloyd, we have the book in our hands today. When did you first think of doing this, and how long has it been?
Sorry?
How long ago did you think of this, and how long did it take?
Okay, well, little history lesson, I guess. So probably around 2009, let's call it, Kimberly introduced me to Facebook. And actually what she did was, she doesn't even remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. She said,
you have to sign up for this. You've got to get on there. All your friends are on there.
That sounds just like me.
Sounds just like her, right? So anyway, I got on Facebook and I noticed that people were posting pictures of their pets or posting pictures of what they were eating for dinner and like gag me with a spoon, right? So I opted to start writing puns. And as time went on, the puns got a little more elaborate, going from maybe one or two sentences to these long, drawn-out, epic kind of things you see now and in the book, of course. So the idea for a book was planted probably around last year. Somebody had mentioned that it might be a good idea. I honestly can't remember who it was, but they had suggested, and I thought, well, that might work. So that's when I started writing everything down and writing all the puns down and keeping a record of them. And then earlier this year, the good folks at Breakfast Television in Toronto had actually reached out to me because I had submitted some puns for a talent contest they were running, and they had actually written me back and asked if I would do something with them. And eventually we did. There was a little craziness going around on that, but eventually we did hook up and did a little something on there. And that's really when I thought, that maybe it just might work, right? So a book might just work. So I really just kind of bit the bullet, and in May started the road to self-publishing with the very, very good and helpful folks at Friesen Press, who have been absolutely wonderful. And went through the whole darn thing, set everything up. So and eventually it was released in early December, and that's kind of the story behind that.
Perfect. Thank you.
No, thank you. Any other Q's and A's? A's for Q's for which I can give A's. I'll give an A for a good Q. Maybe an A+.
Who's he talking to?
Who are you talking to? Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Homer.
Oh, good. There now. This false news bit about Homer. I'm suing you.
Are you? Okay. For those of you that may not have heard that, my father is suing me for calling him Homer. Now the story behind that.
You work for Fox News.
I work for Fox News. It's all false news. That's right. Me and the Dawn. I don't know. But the story behind Homer's nickname goes back to the early days of The Simpsons, when literally every episode had something that my dad would do that Homer did on the show, and literally every episode. And so that's the dawn of that. So you can sue me if you like, but really you've just brought it on yourself.
Well, you're going to have to prove it now.
You won't remember anyway. It's a moot point.
I
would
think-
like to know. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I think anybody that knows you, Donald, can probably watch The Simpsons and go, yep, that's Donald.
That's sort of cruel and insensitive.
I think I'll mute you now.
Visualize
Bye-bye.
doing the power
Now,
stretching is
kids.
one thing.
Any other questions?
I would like to know how you ever think of anything else when you're coming up with these all the time. How do you manage to work and do whatever?
Because I'm actually simply amazing.
That's
Yeah, I've
there you
got
go.
some good genes on my mother's side there, Mumsy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Is your thing isn't working, Rob? No. Okay. No, I just seen that Rob, but I don't think his mic was working.
oh yeah, the mic is working just fine. So how do I find time to do all that? The puns themselves actually come fairly quickly when they do. So I do a lot of crosswords, just always listening and always thinking, and I'll I'll find a word and I'll think, hey, that sounds like something else. How can I, weave that around and turn it around? I've been known to get up in the middle of the night and actually write ideas down. So kind of like the Seinfeld Flaming Globes of Sigmund. If y'all remember that. Hi Lila. Hi Lennox. All right. So actually the puns themselves and the stories don't really take all that long. So I do actually have time to do work, but work. Now let me just be careful and make sure my boss hasn't logged in or anything like that. My work. So I would much rather. What's my train of thought? Sorry, I got distracted. Squirrel. Yeah, this is way more fun. So the more people that buy the book, the more likely it is that I can just retire off of the earnings, and that's the end goal.
Cool.
I thought so. Any other questions out there?
Lloyd, it's your sister.
Hi, favorite sister.
Hey, are you offering curbside pickup? You're not going to make me pay delivery, are you?
I am in fact offering curbside pickup. So
Nice.
you can order ahead and I'll get one of my lackeys to bring that out to you.
The lackeys, I like it.
The lackeys,
Hey.
yeah.
Thing two, I had to explain what a hearse was to Avery, but that's all right.
That's all right. That's all right.
Appreciated the rehearsed pun though.
Good. Thank you. Thank you.
And okay, I have a legit question. What made you decide on the cover page that you decided on?
The cover page. So that is an excellent question. So working with the publishers there, we came up with the font and how the book itself would kind of look. And they asked me to give some ideas for the cover, and I've always wanted to Naughty the Narwhal, of course, get a little more exposure than he has, but I put it out to Facebook, and I actually gave 3 different options. So one picture for the cover was like a wine glass, and it had some dirt in it and a mint leaf in it, which pun in Grimeish Mint, right? The other one was just the picture of myself on the cover that you see there, and then another one was just the narwhal. The feedback I got very clearly loved the 2 drawings of mine. So I thought, well, why not put them together? So that's eventually what we settled on, and that was based on feedback from all the whole wide world, or the dozens, tens people that, chipped in on that. And hi, Des. I can, hi, dog. Which one is that again? That's, don't tell me. Spot.
Holly. Hi.
What?
Holly.
Is it? I knew that. I was testing you. Lennox.
The dog's heavy.
So our Des and the kids wanted to know about the title. Why the title? And what does it mean?
So it itself is a pun. So it is, if you're well cultured and like I am, and Homer, I think you can buy the kids version of this book with pictures and the like. Crime and Punishment is an old book. I have no idea what it's about. I've never actually read it, but I remember the title. So Pun and Grimeish Mint is just a play on that. And the tagline, the lowest form of humor and the highest number of words, kind of came up through the publishing process. That's something I came up with. And it just worked out really well. But that's the story of the title.